Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome back to Marin English Lab. I'm Liam.
Hi, guys. I'm Olivia. We're so glad you're here with us today. Whether you're joining from the vibrant streets of Bangkok, the sunny coastlines of Sydney, or anywhere else in the world, thank you for spending your time with us.
If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, because every week we bring you practical, enjoyable, and highly effective English lessons that actually help you succeed in real life and in your IELTS exam.
Okay, here's a quick question for you. What do you usually do in your free time to recharge after a long and stressful week?
Most people would simply say, I listen to music, or I play football with friends. That's correct, but it sounds quite basic if you want to impress in IELTS.
Exactly. We all have hobbies, but describing them in a vibrant, natural, and sophisticated way is what separates Band 6 from Band 8. Today, we're going to upgrade the way you talk about hobbies and free time, one of the most common topics in IELTS Speaking Part 1 and Part 2. By the end of this video, you'll be able to speak about your hobbies like a native speaker and confidently aim for Band 7.5 or even Band 8+. So, Liam, when you're not working on marketing projects, how do you usually unwind in your free time?
My free time is quite precious to me. I have a few activities that really help me blow off steam.
I'm all ears. Your hobbies always sound quite artistic. Go ahead.
All right, my biggest passion at the moment is street photography. I'm a keen amateur photographer.
Oh, I've seen some of your photos. They're really stunning.
Thank you, Olivia. Every Sunday morning, I grab my camera and wander around the old quarters of the city. I love capturing candid moments of everyday life. It's a wonderful way for me to get into the zone and completely forget about work deadlines.
Get into the zone. That's such a great expression. It means becoming fully absorbed in something, right?
Exactly. Besides that, I'm also a music enthusiast. I've been playing the guitar for about 5 years now. I'm not particularly skilled, but strumming the guitar in the evening is a fantastic creative outlet for me.
Do you practice regularly?
I try to set aside at least 30 minutes every evening. Sometimes I just cover simple pop songs. It really helps me recharge my batteries before going to bed. On weekends, if the weather is nice, I enjoy going hiking with friends. We're all quite outdoorsy people, so being in nature is our favorite way to escape the hustle and bustle of city life.
Wow, your free time sounds so dynamic. A perfect balance between creativity and physical activity. It must really help you stay energized and inspired every day. As for me, I tend to recharge in a slightly different way. Okay, my hobbies are a bit more low-key and indoor-oriented, probably because I spend so much time in front of the camera.
Let me guess. Netflix and chill?
Not quite. Actually, I'm a huge bookworm.
Really? What was the last book you read?
It was a historical fiction novel. I love losing myself in a good book. It feels like time traveling. I usually read for about an hour before bed to decompress and calm my mind. Besides reading, I've recently taken up baking.
Wow, I haven't tried any of your cakes yet.
That's because it's still very much a process of trial and error. Last week, I actually burned a whole batch of cookies. But the feeling of kneading the dough and smelling fresh bread in the kitchen, it's incredibly therapeutic.
I love that word, therapeutic. It perfectly describes hobbies that help heal and relax the mind.
Exactly. And occasionally, I also do Pilates. Because my job involves a rather sedentary lifestyle, I need something to keep fit and improve my posture.
That sounds very well balanced. Quiet moments with books, combined with caring for your health. It's a great reminder that hobbies don't always have to be high energy to be meaningful. And speaking of expressing your hobbies, let's take this a step further and upgrade the way we talk about them. Right? Let's upgrade your English now. Instead of just saying, I like, try these more impressive expressions.
I'm a keen enthusiast. To take up a hobby, to lose oneself in something, to blow off steam, to unwind, a creative outlet, to set aside time for something, to recharge one's batteries.
And useful adverbs of frequency, more often than not. Occasionally. Once in a blue moon.
These collocations and phrases will make your answer sound much more natural and sophisticated, especially in IELTS.
Now, let's see how to apply this in IELTS speaking. Here are 2 common Part 1 questions. What do you do in your free time? Is there any hobby you would like to take up in the future?
Well, more often than not. I'm quite a bookworm, so I love losing myself in a gripping novel. It's the perfect way for me to unwind after a hectic day. Occasionally. I also dabble in baking, although I'm still very much a novice.
Excellent. Now for part 2, you might get this cue card. Describe a hobby you enjoy doing. You should say what it is and how you started it, how often you do it, why you enjoy it, and explain whether you would recommend it to others.
Today, I'd like to talk about my passion for baking, which is a hobby I took up about a year ago during the lockdown. At first, it started as a simple way to pass the time, but it quickly became something I'm genuinely passionate about. I usually bake once or twice a week, mostly on weekends when I have more time to spare. I've experimented with everything from sourdough bread to more complicated pastries. I must admit, it's been a real process of trial and error, and my kitchen often ends up in a mess, but that's all part of the fun. What I enjoy most about baking is the incredible sense of accomplishment when I see a golden loaf coming out of the oven. Moreover, it's a very tactile and therapeutic activity. Focusing on the measurements and the texture of the dough helps me stay in the present moment and clear my mind. I would highly recommend baking to others, especially those with a sedentary lifestyle. It's not just about the food, it's about the joy of creating something from scratch and sharing it with loved ones. It's a wonderful way to recharge your batteries and add a little sweetness to life.
That was brilliant, Olivia. You didn't just list activities, you described feelings, used excellent vocabulary like sense of accomplishment, tactile, and therapeutic, and gave a clear personal reflection. This is exactly what examiners love in a Band-Aid answer.
And that's the key takeaway here. Don't just say what you do. Explain how it makes you feel and why it matters to you. That's how you turn a simple answer into a high-scoring 1. We hope this lesson has given you a valuable set of expressions to talk confidently about your hobbies.
Don't forget to write your own hobby in the comments, using at least 3 new expressions you learned today. We read and reply to every comment.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your study friends, and subscribe so you never miss our weekly lessons. Next week, we'll be talking about another popular IELTS topic.
Thank you for watching Marin English Lab. See you in the next video, and keep practicing. Goodbye.